Hello everybody. I'm sure you are hearing me and everything is okay with the recording, with my voice, with my audio. And it is another time, it is another day, and I'm going to share analysis on gold as usual. I like to share analysis on gold, the outlook for the coming week. So this is gold, and I'm in a monthly time frame now. So I'm going to share my analysis up to around 1 hour time frame. It is where I provide a specific direction in most cases in a 1 hour time frame, and sometimes it can be 4 hours or 2 hours in any way, but mostly I like a 1 hour time frame. So let's go together. But before we go anywhere, make sure that you subscribe this channel, make sure that you like, you put comment. If you have any suggestion about this analysis, you are free to put your addition in a comment section, or sometimes you can DM me in any way. And maybe in a monthly time frame, we are in a second week of a month, so prices is strongly pushing to the downside. In a monthly time frame, price is pushing to the downside, so it still indicates that we can have that power to the downside in any way. But in relation to the previous key level, now we have a certain key level there where price was trending. So we expect that maybe in this month, if price is going to touch that level around 1750 something, if it's going to touch around that level, probably it's going to turn to the upside. So that is a highlight in a monthly time frame. Remember the idea of having a very powerful push to the downside in the first 2 weeks of this month. And also we can include other things like the trend lines and everything. So we have a very powerful break. We have a very powerful break. You probably cannot see it clearly, but we have this trend line here, a white one. Now it was respected several times, but this monthly candle has already broken it. So we still look on maybe it's going to close below that trend line, or it will pull back and cross above it. So it is something that we are still looking forward. Now moving to weekly time frame. In weekly time frame, probably you can see clearly the trend line that I was talking about. Yeah, it's this one. Maybe I can bold it, make it big. So mainly price was respecting it, and now it has broken. So this week has strongly broken this trend line. So if it has already broken, what are we looking forward is probably it may retest this in the coming week and keep on moving to the downside, because we have a very key level there, a very important level. Now we have a key level, or a very important level, that probably is going to be respected around 1784. So this level probably is going to be respected, even though price now has already moved around that area, but probably it may create some power moving to that particular level. So as we go down, I will provide a very clear direction of price in the coming week. Now from there, we have those things. Now moving to daily time frame. Now in daily time frame, I can include wave counts. Now I can include the idea of wave counts. So we have those wave counts to the downside. I think for those who know the concept of Elliott wave, they understand what is happening there. So we have the first, second, third, fourth now to the downside, and these are the 5 wave move in completion of wave C, because we had the wave A, wave B to the upside, so this is wave C to the downside. Now it is a correction in the 4th wave in a higher degree. So what we expect here is we have extension. Now what we see here is extension in the 5th wave, because after having the 4th, I think last week on a weekend when I was analyzing, always I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5 wave move to the downside. I was expecting that this is completion of the 5th wave, and now wave C is going to end up there, and then prices will start moving to the upside. But price moved up shortly and then started the other 5 wave down, which was clear that it is continuation in the completion of extended fifth wave down. So fifth wave has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it is completing the fifth of the fifth now. It is completion of the fifth of the fifth. So as we move to lower time frames, we will see clearly whether this fifth wave is already completed or still it have some move to the downside. That's how things goes with what we call a daily time frame. And in addition to that, we have this trend line. Now we have this trend line that is above this move to the downside. So what we are looking here is price is going to either keep on moving toward this support level, or it may move up, then breaking this trend line or respecting it in any way. So we can have this, maybe price moving and respecting this, going back down, or it may move up, I'm now breaking this, retesting, then move to the upside. So I think in lower time frame we can see it clearly what we expect in the coming week. So now moving to 4-hour time frame. Now in the 4-hour time frame, the trend line is clear there. The trend line is now clear. Then we have the internal counts now. The counts they are also clear. So we can go very specific now, looking what's happening there. We can go specifically looking on what happens in the fifth of the fifth. Now the fifth of the fifth now started with those internal moves up that area, then I had a correction and then down again. So mainly what we see there is we can have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this may be completion of the fifth of the fifth now in one view, but on the other way we can have this as the beginning of the third wave. We can have this as the beginning of the third wave, so it can keep on moving to the downside in completion of the third and then the completion of the fifth. So what is important here is if price is going to move toward this level, the 17 is something there, 1784, yeah, always if price is going to move toward that level, we are going to look on whether price is going to break it or it's going just to respect it, moving to the upside. That is one. And if price is going to move above, moving toward that trend line, so we're going to see if it's going to break this trend line and move above it and retest, then will be up now. So those are the observations for the coming week. But on the idea of moving to the downside, maybe let me go to weekly time frame. On the idea of moving to the downside, always let's expect price to still keep on moving up, maybe up to around 17 something. Now there is possibility of price moving to around 17 something because it will still be valid with the upward move, so it can touch that level and then go back. And also the move towards 17 something, it is still supported with the Fibonacci things. So if we run Fibonacci extension now from this beginning up to that particular level, then back to the high of we've be there, so you will find that we still have 1.618 level. 1.618 level, it is still within the beginning of wave 1 up, the beginning of wave 1 of this move. So it will be not yet broken the beginning of wave 1. So it's still valid for price to keep on moving up to this 1.618 level, which is just the maximum extension level for wave C. Now there's that possibility. So if you find that the price will still be moving to the downside, now we still have some evidences for price to move to the downside. We still have some evidences for price to move to the downside, and it will still be valid. So what is important, let us see how it's going to respect this level above it and how it is going to respect this support below it. Yeah, that is how things goes. So peace to everybody. What is important, make sure that you subscribe, because I share updates whenever I see updates on opening of the market, so I share them. So if you have subscribed, you will be notified. So thank you for your time and keep in touch with Awesome Forex.